Hello, this is ZDs, and welcome back to another Mario Maker 2 video, clearing more Uncleared 2020 levels. I have 5 for you today, each in one style. We will start off at the beginning with Super Mario Bros. 1, and this is a very weird level that I think a lot of people would absolutely despise if they were forced to play it or got it in Endless. They would skip it. If you know, they were looking at it in the new levels tab or even looking at uncleared levels, they would probably say, nope, not this one. Upside Down, Super Mario Bros. 2 mushroom. This is a very like a very simple concept, and you can kind of see what you have to do right away, but it is not super easy to do. Very, very short and sweet type of level. One complaint that I would have at the very beginning is that you got the clear condition, and it's one of those where you can't really see what's going on even at the beginning because the clear condition is kind of blocking your view. I mean, I blame Nintendo for the way that works. But I kind of like the level. I kind of like the concept. I kind of like being able, you know, to clear it. It didn't take me too long. It did take me a lot of attempts. Probably about, I think it was about 16 minutes that it took me. But basically all we're doing is we're Super Mario Bros. 2. We can ride on top of these bullets. And we're going through this, going up and down along them. And we're actually right at the completion at this point. And there was a little bit of a video error at the very beginning, but we did see the beginning multiple times. Yeah, so I did have to look at the level viewer a little just to kind of measure exactly what I'm supposed to do, but it's a little difficult to figure out. You have to be standing on the middle bullet, and you're ducking on it to avoid the spikes. And then when you get past the spike, you have to stand up quick and enter the door. Not easy to do, and I don't know how precise that final door entry is. But I do leave in my comment that says I really don't like that laughing sound effect. It's this. If you left the sound effects out, if it was just the level, I would have given that a like, because I kind of like the challenge. It was fun. Very difficult though. Very difficult to do the upside down thing. I think it would be a little easier not upside down, but I liked it. Going on to the Super Mario Bros. 3 level, Planet Ouch Ball. This one starts to annoy me right away, and I misjudged where that ball is going. There's a lot of spam in this level, and it is, you know, it's got a very specific theme, which I like. It's the spike balls. There's also the spike enemies too, the guys who throw the balls, but you can just use the spikes as well. Starts to get spammy, and I think this level would have been okay if they had calmed down a little bit on the spam and made it a little more you know, where you had to like actually think about it, and it's just not running. Eventually, my strategy was to grab a power up and run to the end of the level, because usually after the amount of spam, there's usually another mushroom. Right here. The second room is a little more, you know, you have to think a little bit more, which is good. You know, in this second room, I'm kind of enjoying it a little bit, but also there's a lot of spike balls coming. You have to judge when to go. Right now I'm gonna re-enter the room and try these red pipes, because I actually don't see where to go right now. There's a wall to the right, and no spike ball is actually hitting that, so I thought, oh, maybe I was supposed to enter one of these pipes, but no, that's not it. What it is, if you get far enough to the right, and you don't want to because there's so many spikes, there is a skewer that spawns, and you don't really see that. I feel like he needed to bring that back to the left a little bit more. But yeah, you get all these spike balls in your way, you don't want to go over there. So yep, I get the skewer to open the wall. You'll notice that that first spike ball that drops goes to the left, and the second one goes to the right. When it spawns, it kind of judges where you are and where it's gonna go. Now, so this part, there's no way you can get through this without getting hit. There's so many the red, and that's where I boo it too, because I'm like, come on, man, that's not fair. So my strategy eventually was, if I made it that far with the mushroom, I would just damage boost past it, because there's no way to get through that. It's too hard to judge. This part right here, I was looking at the level editor at this point. We're gonna watch this whole first section again, but there was a spike guy dropping from a pipe. The first time I got there, I didn't consider that it was a blue pipe, which means it's the slowest releasing pipe. And I jumped immediately instead of waiting for the guy to spawn. The second time, when he spawns, I didn't realize, it's very hard to see on the level editor thing, that he has wings, which means he's gonna float out the pipe. So I saw him fall, and I thought I was gonna have to bounce off of him, but actually he like floats down, and I jumped before he started floating. Anyway, see, so we can lure this ball to the left when it spawns, and then the second time I'll be standing to the right, and he'll go. And I'm just gonna run through this because there's no way to judge this. But we get to this far, and we're safe. And you know, I could see in the editor where that there's another mushroom over here. There's also a checkpoint, so you know, I'm okay with losing that mushroom. But yeah, I don't know. This section isn't too bad, but again, you're gonna get hit at least once, probably. It's not too bad once you get it going, I think. It's easier to judge, and they're the black cannons. So, but when I fell down, there were 3 things on the bottom of the screen, and I misjudged. But again, there's a checkpoint right here. It's not too bad. But yeah, the MO of this level is basically to put enough stuff on the screen where you're gonna use that mushroom. And right here, you know, I almost immediately lose the mushroom. But once I get the room moving, it's a little easier to judge where things are, I think. But there is just a little too much in that room, I think. Yeah, I feel like if he toned down the spikeage, this level would have been much better. I want that mushroom up on top of the right, so I'm gonna let this guy live so I can bounce off him. You don't have to. In fact, if I recall right, is it not done right after this? I don't think I was looking at the... Yeah, I don't even need that mushroom, but I did grab it anyway. I'm terrified as to what he's gonna do to me. And the ending is a big fat nothing. Again, a level that I don't think is that bad. I really don't think it's that bad, but just a little too much garbage. If he had toned it down just a little bit, it would have been a better level. But it's really not a super hard level, as long as you know where the mushrooms are and when you can get them. On to the Super Mario World level. This one is an odd level. That, again, it's kind of like that last level, and there's just maybe a little too much. It's very weird. I don't like here he gives me a pea balloon, and well, I'm like, oh well, it's a pea balloon level, but no, he takes that away pretty much immediately. So I don't even know what the point of him. I'm going through, but it's kind of just too random, I think. And eventually there are some spam. He gives me a star, and you kind of need to keep the star, but you don't know how long exactly. You don't know where you're going. You know, Mario, you like to go to the right, but here he wants to go to the left, which is a little odd. I actually should have went over the top right there. He doesn't want you to get this far with a mushroom, really, is the point. So I actually have to lose it here. Unfortunately, I mess up and die right there. The spring part is kind of annoying. The way you should do it, I missed that edit. I messed this up. I just kind of wanted to show this. I ran out of the star power early, and I'm small. It's actually pretty hard to get in here. It's pretty hard to get in here when you're large anyway with the star. But he doesn't want you to, really. He wants you to be small. There's just a lot of stuff in this level that doesn't need to be here. Yeah, if you get this far with the star, you can run right through those Mecha Koopas. This room is very annoying. You got these two guys floating in clouds. Remember the pokey level from the last video? The enemies in clouds they behave very oddly. It's hard to judge exactly when they're gonna move fast and when they're not. One thing I figured out eventually in this room is I really just want to get rid of these Mecha Koopas because they're constantly shooting at you and annoying you, and I couldn't even figure out what was going on in this room for a long time. There I boot it. I don't even know why I boot it. It's just not a very good level. Just a weird level that doesn't make a lot of sense, I guess. But yeah, that's I actually kind of thought maybe I needed to keep the Mecha Koopas. But you don't, and it took me a long time to figure out even what I was doing in this room, but there is a pipe on the bottom. See, I didn't kill the Mecha Koopa and he killed me, and I accidentally exit the course. But we'll, yeah, it's gonna be eventually the best thing to do is just to kill the Mecha Koopas. And the only real way I can do that is to collide them. So here's where we're trying to get is this pipe, and we need these thwomps to crush here. I push them in the lava. We need these thwomps to crush through the cloud blocks. The big one will go through all of them at once, and the small ones will just go through one layer at a time. I'm trying to get rid. I realize I should get rid of that Mecha Koopa, but I don't. So what he wants you to do is to bring the big one down. You got to trap him, and then trap him below the red ones, and then release it again and go. Yeah, see, I didn't kill that Mecha Koopa, so he's killing me. What I eventually figured out is that the easier way here, I bring the blue Mecha Koopa for the. I had a very hard time getting a blue Mecha Koopa, because generally, if I got far enough with the star, I would kill them. But then I realized that there's just another Mecha Koopa in this place, and I'm like, this isn't helping me. My strat eventually was to... Here, I'm trying to get rid of this Mecha Koopa. Is to grab the first Mecha Koopa and just smash him right away into the second one. I think at this point what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to blow up the wall with the Mecha Koopa's bombs. It's so hard to do this though. This life was actually kind of hilarious because this is what I'm trying to do. And you see this thwomp on the right is wearing down the layers of clouds. I never even thought that I should let the small thwomp break through there. I think I might realize that by now that, hey, I could just let this small thwomp do the work and I don't have to worry about the big one. I can just stay off to the side and let him do all the work. It might take a while, but, you know, it's safe. I'm really trying to get rid of this Mecha Koopa at this point, but he's nowhere where I could hit him. But yeah, at this point, yeah, I realized that the thwomp is where I need him to be. So my strat in the future will be to kill those Mecha Koopas immediately and let that guy on the right side go all the way down. Now here's the first boss fight. We have to kill two Lemmies, I think is the Koopa here. And this venue is a pain in the ass. It's very easy. If you bounce off these bumpers, it's really easy to just knock in. I don't like bumpers in the first place. They're a terrible platform. But also, he's on the seesaws, which makes it very difficult. Here, I didn't get rid of this Mecha Koopa fast enough, but we'll kill him by putting him under the thwomp. And then we'll just let I think the next life, I'll show in fast motion just how long this takes. It takes many, probably a couple minutes to get this guy through. And yeah, it's boring, but at least it's safe. Much easier than dealing with what he wants you to do with the big thwomp. Because you have to kind of avoid the little thwomps in that case. Best case scenario, he goes down on the bottom floor. He can walk through those bumpers. I can't. Yeah, that's your best case, because then he'll stay out of your way, pretty much. If he's up above you, it's really hard to hit him. And then he's shooting... Okay, so I beat the first one, and then you go on this one, and I'm like, oh, what shit? I didn't know what to expect. I don't think I looked at the program. And you have to jump on top of that guy immediately, or else you're pinned. So yep, here I actually miss him. I grab him down here, and bam, they're dead. I don't have to worry about them. I use the cloud to go over to the right side. The last bomb has exploded. I don't even have to hit that on-off switch. And I'm just gonna sit here in the corner and wait. And it's wait and wait and wait, and it takes forever, but it's like, I'm safe, so we can actually beat the level now. A lot of me not beating this level was just due to me fucking around. You know, trying to survive in this section while I'm doing stuff where it's easier just to not do anything and take your time. You're gonna be spending a lot of time doing that stuff. You might as well just do it the easy way. Not fun, but you can get it done. Oh, and by the way, I didn't even... It's hard to tell because I sped this up too, but the last Iggy is shooting me from below at this point too, so apparently you don't want to scroll down too low. So yeah, you jump right away and just try to stay away from these Mecha Koopas, and I almost died several times during this fight. Yep, he's dead. We'll get him. I would have liked to get rid of those Mecha Koopas, but they are too dangerous to approach, really. Thankfully, I can get through it. Not a very good level. Too weird, I think. I don't know. He had some ideas that he wanted to go with. He wanted to use, like, the P-Bloom power-up, but he only lets you use it for, like, 10 seconds. You need a little bit more of a theme, I think, to make it work. I'm very embarrassed at what I do in this level. This one is not half bad. It's not a good level. It's not a bad level. I mean, it's an okay level. Very easy, really. I think this one only took me like 5 or 6 minutes, but so the 4 challenges is what it's called. This first challenge is supposed to be a air stalling challenge, but he lets me stand here, and here I actually do try it, and I'm like, I'm not very good at it, let's say. But I'm like, well, what if I just wait? Eventually, I started counting to 7, I think, and that was enough time. If I kept it consistent, I could just jump down there. Yeah, he needed to just start the door above the saw if he wanted that to work. He probably couldn't do it himself very well, so. Second section, very easy with the spinning on the spinies. Here's a bit of a spike avoidance. Do I go get the... Yeah, I do go get the question blocks. Just a free guy. Not needed. We won't get that in the future. And then the fourth section is on-off switches. And I messed this up so stupidly bad. I just don't get a run, I guess. But it's called... I think it's called 4... challenges and a surprise, or at least that was in the description. Well, let's just say that he surprised me good and it pissed me off, and I shouldn't have got so pissed off so quick. We'll see it right here. I'm gonna do it. Kaizo blocked. I'm like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. And look what happens. Oh my god, I felt like such a fucking asshole. Oh my god. I'm sorry for that one, man. Thankfully, this guy only ever made like 3 levels, barely played the game. Has like 3 likes to his name. I am embarrassed at that one. I don't know if I would have given that a heart. It's like kind of a pretty blah level, but he didn't deserve a boo for that. But that's what, I mean, I guess that's what you get for trolling people. I don't know. It was actually funny, but I am very ashamed of what I did. So this 3D world level is probably the hardest level this time. It very much took me studying the level editor to get through it. There was no way I was gonna. I wouldn't say there was no way I could get through without that, but it would have taken a lot more tries. If I could look at the level editor, I could examine it and say, hey, this is where I need to go. Otherwise, it's going to take a lot of experimenting. And I think I don't do it the way he wants, but I'm not 100% sure he realized that he left a wide open space. But this is a hammer suit level. Vertical auto scroll with lava raising. Building boxes, riding on boxes. I like the concept, but this is very blind. And very purposefully, like, you're not going to beat this haha garbage. Right, so what we want to do in this section is we're going to build boxes and we're going to ride up on the lava. But there's only one spot where you can do anything, and it's right here. And you want to get up there early. And we're going to go to the left, and here I'm completely stuck. I'll show a couple of tries of this, and then we'll do a full run. So you got to find out where you got to build the boxes. You got to figure it out. You got to remember, and you got to build a stack of them. Here, I get so pissed that I almost exit out of the game. So yeah, we build a little tower here. Is the easiest way to do it. We want to get as high above the lava as we can get. We do need to kill that lava bubble in the future. I didn't do it. Here, I messed up. Building boxes is such a pain in the ass. It's very janky. It's you know, they don't have a very good controller scheme for it. It's the power up is exclusive to Mario Maker. But here we actually get through here, right? And the first thing he does is he rewards me with an instant hit, which I can't finish the level without the builder suit. We're going to go through a full run of this, and you'll see how unfair it is if you haven't figured that out already. He does give me 4 hammers in this first section, so I can lose it to those hammer brothers. We're going to kill this guy. Make sure to get rid of that lava bubble. It's just easier. We're going to build like a diagonal stack of boxes here. It's the easiest way to do it. But yeah, it's very difficult to do that, right? We're going to duck, and we get that little backflip, which you never use. That's like a move you never use in this game, but it works in this level. Roll into those piles. You're seeing I'm right on the lava right here. We've got to jump immediately. He does tell me where to put a box. I do figure out that if I build a 2-box tower on each side of me, it makes this section super easy, because then the lava bubbles don't actually get to me. The first one goes over me, and then it comes back and it hits those boxes. If you lose your hammer suit, you're done. That's the clear condition. Yeah, we go up here, and at this point I couldn't remember exactly what to do, so I built 2 boxes. A third one. I have a third one. I'm gonna leave it. I forgot where the thing was, but I did realize you're supposed to go right up the middle. But I did see on the editor, if you go to the side here, you can see me almost die. 1 block from the very right side of the screen is pretty safe. And you can ride it all the way up. And I don't know if he meant to build something over here, or if this was how he cheesed it. I'm not sure. But he wants you to go through the middle, because look at all that shit going on over there. I think he knew that you could cheese this over here, but if you're sitting right there, if you're on the left side, that piranha plant drops right on your damn head. But if you're 2 over, you're fine. I'll put another box there. Being a little above the lava here gives me an advantage. And then he gives me a reset door, which if I do that, the lava's gone. So I'm perfectly safe. And all I have to do is make it through here with the hammer suit. Because it is the clear condition, and there aren't any after that very opening room. But yeah, after you get to that reset door, it's free. And I didn't study the editor that closely. I was very afraid that there was going to be a troll at the end. But there isn't. It's very straightforward. Yeah, with this pit, I'm like, is there going to be a Kaizo block? I'm pretty scared. But there wasn't. And that's that level. If you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next week.